What are you doing?
You said if I wanted to buy or sell a house in Central Florida that I should follow you.
On social media!
You got a link?
Buying or selling a home? Visit celebratingflorida.com or follow me on social media.
On Facebook, YouTube, and Parts Unknown.
We are live. Woo!
Hi,
guys. TGI almost Friday.
I ran out of time. I didn't even get to finish sharing.
Oh, I know. You know what? I forgot to do the 1 minute timer.
Is that
Victor's ad? That's why. Yeah.
I was running to the other room because I needed my phone, and now I'm melting. It's like 80 degrees in my house.
Oh man, what a long week!
Might I recommend Canada?
yeah.
I had my share of Canada. I'm done. 2 hours was enough.
So I guess I owe Justin an apology. I was off last week. Well, we were all off last week, and the week before I was off because I went to the movie. What was the movie I went to? Indiana Jones.
The Indiana Jones thing. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, are they still making those?
so I was cleaning up our StreamYard, and I was deleting.
Cleaning up. I want to put those in quotation marks right there.
So I was deleting places that we broadcasted to in the past. So I accidentally deleted the wrong Facebook account. So I deleted the Grand Circle Tour page account, but I kept the Grand Circle Tour group account. And when you do the group account, when people comment like Indy and you get the name, it doesn't come up. So poor Justin was there like, what's going on here? And he was trying to fix it. And I felt bad. I started watching it.
I was trying to fix it. So we had Stephen Walker from BrickCon, big Disney fan, builds a lot of Disney models out of Lego. He had his big castle from Disneyland. We talked about the Main Street and Haunted Mansion and various other models like that he has built from Lego. We talked about BrickCon, which is coming up in September with a virtual option. If you can't get there in person, you can attend virtually. We had a lot of stuff to talk about, and no one could find our stream for the night. Monica, my own wife, could not get on the stream to watch.
Yeah. So I mean, and people found you eventually. Like you end up getting people eventually. They found it, but I felt bad. I was watching it. I went, "Oh man, what did I do?" And of course, I opened up StreamYard. I deleted the wrong one.
Oh.
Yeah. So Mary watched it. She said it was pretty cool stuff that you guys talked about.
It was. I mean, nothing. Steve was wonderful. I appreciated having him on. He did a great job.
Yeah. And then Lily here is saying that she met Holly in Disneyland.
Yes. So that was really cool. So Lily had messaged me saying she was going to be at Disneyland if I could meet up with her. And unfortunately, I'm blocked out until the 14th of next month. So I said, I'm blocked out. But I just happened to be going to a birthday party at the Anaheim Hotel, which is right across the street. So she made the little walk and we met up and we had a good chat for quite a while, actually. So long that my family was wondering if I abandoned them at the birthday party.
You want to go to a birthday party, you can hang out with Lily.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Lily's saying she liked the Lego show as well. She liked
Oh,
it.
good.
It was a fun show. I rewatched it. It was good. You know what? I gotta change my holidays because it turns out the week I have booked I can't take now. So when is that BrickCon?
Well, BrickCon is running from September 7th through September 10th, I believe.
Okay, I'll see if I can get that weekend off. Maybe I'll watch it. Do the virtual. I'll see if I
And
can
where
get
is
that.
it?
So it had been in Seattle. Now it's moved to Bellevue this year. This is their 22nd year. So now it's like the Maybridge Center or something like that. I am part of the virtual staff, so I'm helping to run the virtual side of things.
Nice.
So I'm not actually going out to Washington State. I'm staying here where I am. I'm going to host things from here, just like I do this show. So yeah, and I think the virtual tickets are only like $25. So it's not that expensive. You get access to all of the
Panels,
all of the opening ceremonies, the closing ceremonies, the games. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's some virtual tours of the models that they have out on location. As well as you can see all of the virtual models. There's a Discord group you can join to chat with everyone who's there and who's attending virtually. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And Holly, what are you doing? You're exercising?
Yeah. Walking for churros. No. So they've done this for 30 years now. The Chalk Walk, which is CHOC for Children's Hospital of Orange County. And if you recall, I did this last year, but they haven't had the actual walk for a few years. So last year, in place of the walk, we just raised money and then they allowed us to go into the park, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know how you can go into the park, but you can't do a walk, but whatever. So this year they are actually having the walk again, and it's at 6 a.m. So I'm going to have to leave my house at like 2:30 a.m. or stay the night. I don't know. We'll see. But so all the money that we're raising goes back to help with any sort of care for the kids. They have like, oh my gosh, I had it all written down and then I was running around. But programs, and I actually have a friend, I don't know if he's watching right now. He actually works at Chalk. And then I have another friend who her daughter is actually a patient at Chalk. So it is near and dear to my heart. And I know that Marla, I don't know if she's watching, but this is also a big deal to her because she lives in Orange County, which is, the hospital that we're raising the money for. But this year we actually get to do the walk. So we start, I guess, down Main Street and we get to walk through both parks and we have to be done before opening, which I don't know if they're going to be making the parks open later. I kind of assume, but I've never done this part of it. I only did last year.
Well, doesn't the park open at like 9?
Yeah, it normally opens at 8. So I'm going to kind of assume that they're going to push the opening back maybe till 9 or something.
Okay.
But so we have a group of us and we're the Wondrous. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. We're the Wondrous team. And so there's a group of us raising money. And so.
Okay.
So and I know you have the link. Yeah. So there's, if you want to donate anything, any amount, $5, $2, whatever you can donate. I would
$25, $1,500 every. And we don't have a Patreon. All of our stuff is out there for free for everybody to use. We don't ask for money. Other than Expedition Roasters, and but we don't. So this is something that'd be nice to do, not only for Holly, but like for the show and for the podcast and everything. Like, yeah, we do all this stuff for free for everybody, and I think it'd be nice to, $5 or whatever. If everybody in here, we got 11 people watching, gave $10, you'd have your goal pretty much, right?
Correct. Thank you for that, Stan. And also, it automatically defaults to like 15 or 20. You can go in there and push other and donate 5. Like it will automatically try to default to a higher dollar amount, but don't listen to it. You can.
I think other. The default is. I think that there's different boxes, and I think the
Okay.
lowest box is 25. But you could write in your own amount as well. Mary's saying 6 a.m.
I know.
You might as well
I
stay
was
up.
just looking it up and I'm like, oh man, 6 a.m. But thanks, Robbie. So Robbie is the one that works at Chalk, and it's Team Wondrous. Gosh, what a mess.
There we go. Okay, here we are.
So he's on our team too. Hi, Jason.
Nice Sesame Street. Yes, I got my nice. You know, I got a funny story. I always have a matching mask. So when we were wearing masks all the time, I was wearing my Sesame Street mask one day at the store. And this lady says to me, she goes, "You must really love your kids in order that you're wearing a Sesame Street mask at work." My kids are grown up and moved away. They don't care about Sesame Street anymore. Never really did. Anyways, Stan, your hosts are unprepared. Yeah, no kidding.
And I'm
Hey,
drinking
Jason, welcome.
my leftover margarita out of a styrofoam to-go cup. So Mary had asked a few minutes ago why my house was so hot. So Chris is going to be leaving for a couple of days, so he wanted to go out to dinner, especially after our cruise. We never got any alone time at all. No, like you would think the kids would go to the kids club and we would get to, like, I don't know, go to a comedy show alone or something. We didn't get that. And he's going to be leaving again. So we had to go out to an early dinner, and I ordered a margarita, which I usually don't drink margaritas. And this one was so strong that I got it to go, and they gave me some like styrofoam.
Oh, wow. So, did they still have styrofoam cups?
Oh, yeah. I know. In California, you can have styrofoam cups, but you can't have plastic straws. Like, isn't styrofoam way worse?
Yeah, you would think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have styrofoam anywhere. I can't remember last time I saw it. I mean, we still sell it at the store. Anyways.
Yeah. What does that have to do with your house being hot?
I would thank you. See, my margarita. I said everybody should tune in because I've been drinking. So, so I left the house, and our Nest, like, it indicated that we weren't home, so it turned off the air. So we're only gone for an hour and a half, and it went up to like 82 degrees.
Oh
in
my
here,
gosh!
And now it's trying to cool it down.
Okay.
Anyways, thanks.
Hey, Cody. That's awesome. That's
Hi,
funny.
Cody.
All righty. Shall we get on with the hidden Mickey of the week?
Sure.
All right. And today's Hidden Mickey of the Week brought to you by DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. Contact Victor Naraki if you want to move in or around the Orlando area. It was actually, well, it wasn't really sent to us. I stole it from the Hidden Mickey guy, Steve Barrett.
I swear we just did this one 2 weeks ago.
What? No.
I don't remember this one, and I think I've been on every show for the last 7 years.
You don't? I don't know. Maybe
Yeah. But this is a really good one. This is a cool looking Hidden Mickey for sure.
It is really cool. Obviously in some rock work.
That's what Mary says. It's some rocks. Yes.
Maybe she's talking about
I
the
mean,
rock.
that's the
That was the
obvious
last
thing
one.
to notice. So I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so many places there are rock work.
I watched the very first episode of Sesame Street on HBO Max for the first time. Cool. Anyways, Lily already got it. She got Little Mermaid ride.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Because that has the most rock work.
Yeah. Jason saying Little Mermaid. Mary has Little Mermaid. I thought I would have fooled you guys a little bit more. Where's my mouse? There we go. Yeah. So here's my zoom out.
It does look like a Flintstone bowling ball. That's funny.
There we go. There's my final clue. So good job that they picked that up already. Right on. Andrew was going to say that too. Little Mermaid. Now, people guessing Little Mermaid. Did you see Steve's video? Because he had the video on YouTube as to where exactly you find this. So if you want to find out exactly where in a Little Mermaid ride, you can go to Steve Hidden Mickey Guy's YouTube channel, and that's where he.
So is that like Steve Barrett, or is it Hidden Mickey Guy, or
well, Hidden Mickey Guy, isn't that Steve?
Yeah,
Barrett.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Hidden Mickey Guy.
No, I'm asking what is the
on YouTube
the name of the YouTube channel so people can find it.
Hidden Mickey Guy on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Is anyone around SoCal so I could check out the Disneyland Museum?
Nope. We don't know anybody that lives in SoCal. Yeah, so Jason actually sent this to me. It's in Burbank. There's a museum, and I want to. Is it the everything that's going for auction, Jason, or is it a private collector? That's his collection, but it's like a huge collection, and it looks really cool. It's at the Burbank Mall, I believe, and it's free admission to go look at all this stuff. And I would love to see. I know Jason went and saw it and said it was really cool. I have a lot of friends that went, and it's especially because it's free. So
yeah, it's free to look at this stuff. The actual prices for buying it, on the other hand, no one can afford.
So is this the stuff for sale? Is this going to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the stuff in the mall. We were going to do a show where I was going to give everybody $5,000, and we were going to put stuff up for auction. If people could bid on it.
I remember. Yeah,
that's what we were going to do, but I came up with this idea of fact or fiction instead.
It's like
is this
I
the
would
one
really
that John
love
Stamos?
to talk about some of the things that are for sale, just because they all look so amazing and fantastic. But
right,
yeah,
is this the one that John Stamos was? Making his list.
The one article did say
they were jokingly
John Stamos is making his shopping list.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I remember about it. That whole conversation. John Stamos was buying something.
Yeah, the owner has 6,000.
Yeah, like I said, the one article called him out by name as saying he's making his shopping list.
Got it.
There's no guarantee that person actually talked to John Stamos. They just know that he's interested in these kind of things.
Wow. 6,000.
When is it, Jason? Do you know when the auction is? Maybe we'll do that next week. Then we'll do the fun auction.
The pop-up ends the 15th, so I don't know when the auction is.
13, 14, 15. Yeah, they have estimated prices on most pieces. Yeah, and you know what? I was looking at those estimated prices on most pieces, and they are way low. They're going to go for more than what their estimated prices are.
Well,
I'll give you an example.
Strategy.
So they have a book of 10 admission tickets that have 0 expiry date, and they're vintage tickets from 1952 or something like that. So they're 10 tickets. No expiry. They're still valid.
1955, right. Stan.
Oh, right. Okay, whatever. 1962. So these 10 tickets are still valid because they have no expiry date. The estimated value, they put $100. Well, if you use them, they're worth more than $100.
Right.
So yeah.
So my friend, her dad, does that. He scours eBay and flea markets for tickets like that, or old tickets that people think that they're used and they're just souvenirs, and he uses them to go in the parks. Like they're still valid because they think, oh, they're 30 years old, they're not good anymore, but they are.
They are. They have no expiry date. Like when I went to the last time I used non-expiry tickets, those were I used them last year, and I think I bought them like in 2016 or something like that, or 2018. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
45 minutes in.
No kidding. Brought to you by Disney@yourdoorstep.com. I think I mentioned it. Okay, let's play a little bit of fact or
fiction. We have a Disney detail before we get into our topic.
Well, I thought we'll do a couple fact or fictions and then do a Disney detail.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I thought I'd change it up a little bit, catch you guys.
Fair enough.
Okay. Why do I have a picture of this?
I don't know, but it's pretty.
I don't know. Maybe it was your Disney detail. I don't know.
Disney detail. I guess I didn't plan it very well, but I had a plan. Okay. All right. Okay, the organ in the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland is actually the organ used in the movie 2000 Leagues Under the Sea. Is this fact or fiction?
And so we're having
we'll let the chat answer.
We're having the chat, the audience, as it were, kind of weigh in.
Now I know that this has been talked about in the past, and a lot of people say it is. So everybody is coming in now.
So the college professor so far is the only one saying it's fiction.
So Lily's saying it's fact. Cody's saying it's fiction. Cindy's saying it's fact. Andrew's saying fact.
Is it one of these things like, it's like, well, actually, it's the one at Walt Disney World, not at Disneyland.
Well, it could be. It could be one of those.
Calling us names.
Oh, I put two. Sorry. You know what? I even
well, there you go. Yeah, it's totally fiction. It's 20,000 leagues.
Yeah, okay, it should be 20,000 leagues.
I say it's fact.
Yeah, it is actually fact that the Oregon and Disneyland is the same Oregon from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And I guess here's a picture from the movie, and it's the exact same. I guess this is different compared to this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just a horns part, but which is probably not even real compared to what this is, right? Cindy thinks we're all drinking.
I know. It wouldn't be fun though, right? If we were like all put together and professional, it wouldn't be as entertaining.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they reuse a lot of props, and you can see that the main prop there, the main organ part, is the same prop.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Walt Disney World purchases the highest amount of explosives in the entire US of A. Is that a fact or is that a fiction? That they purchase more explosives? And it's because of the fireworks. It's not because they're bombing people.
Well, I was just going to say, even the people who are bombing people are probably buying less explosives
oh my gosh, you guys.
than Walt Disney World.
Okay. So they're coming in.
So my question is, I mean, do we mean Walt Disney World just in and of itself, or Disney Corporation as a whole?
No, Walt Disney World.
Because, I mean, Disneyland is also in the U.S. and
not counting Disneyland. This is Walt Disney World.
Okay.
I feel like this is going to be fiction, that there's something out there that we're not thinking that uses an insane amount of explosives every day.
Okay, so Jason says fact. Mary says second highest, so it's fiction. Lily says fiction. Cindy says fiction. Andrew says it's a fact. Caleb says it's a fact. Cody says it's fiction. Again, Cody doesn't believe me. Kevin says it's a fact. Katie says it's a fact. Steve says it's a fiction because they are second. And Mary says the U.S. military is the highest.
So someone who wants to blow things up.
Yeah, it's fiction. Walt Disney World is second to the U.S. military. So Mary and Steve read my next okay. I don't know why I got that little S at the beginning of every one of them for some reason. Walt Disney World employs more people than every other spelt wrong Disney park combined.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay, so Walt Disney World.
So we know Holly has some drinks right now. How many drinks were you having when you were putting these together?
Small s dot WDW employees more people than every other Disney park combined.
Every other
Yes.
Disney park. Okay.
Is that a fact or is that fiction? You got to figure. You got Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo, Disneyland Paris, Disneyland, Disney Sea. Walt Disney Studios, California.
Shanghai's pretty big, and like Tokyo is. There's a lot of people there too. I don't know. So putting all of them together,
yeah,
I
would say yes.
Hey, Louis.
I don't know, because like there's a lot more. There's a lot more foreign parks than. Or a lot more parks
but think
outside
about
of
how many
Walt Disney World than there
you got to
are
count the resorts,
Disney.
count Disney Springs, count the water parks, count the golf courses.
Yeah. Well, even like Hong Kong, I mean, there's at least 3 resorts there.
Okay, what are your guys saying? Everyone else has chimed in.
Mary, you know what Stan's wife does, right?
Outside of Walt Disney World kind of has to overwhelm how many people are at Walt Disney World. So that's my theory.
So you're saying it's a fact?
That's my theory. That's my thought.
You think it's a fact?
No, I think it's fiction. I think there's too many other parks outside of Walt Disney World.
Okay.
For that to be a fact.
Okay. So Andrew says fact. Mary says fact. Lily says fiction. Kevin says fact. Jason says fiction. Mary Wells says fact. Katie thinks it's a fact, but she's not sure. And Jason, he didn't think of the resort, so he's changing his answer to fact. They actually employ the most people in all amusement parks from Disney and Solo. It's a fact.
Really?
Yeah, they employ more people. I mean, you figure Epcot is like the biggest park of all the parks, right?
Yeah.
But there's just so many other parks. It just
Yeah. And there's way more, but they're the resorts and yeah. All right, moving right along. American Gladiators did a live show at Walt Disney World in the early 90s. They did a lot of weird shows in the.
Don't they do this now?
You're thinking American Ninja Warriors.
Oh yeah.
And that's at Universal. That's not at Disney. This is at American Gladiators at Disney.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw somebody on Instagram, their kid, like, I don't know, made it to the finals and they're going to Disney World. So
Yeah, well, they did do
I'm not sure what to think about this one. I don't remember an American Gladiators, but I do remember a lot of weird stuff.
I would say definitely a fact. They just took
I would
over
go out on a
Indiana
limb and
Jones.
say fiction just because I don't remember that specifically.
Well, Steve and Mary said it's
but it
fiction,
seemed,
so
but I put, I'll do the Mythbusters thing. It's sort of plausible.
Okay, so Cody is saying fact, Caleb is saying fiction, Kevin is saying fact, Cindy's saying fact, Jason, this sounds like it has to be a fact. Cody is saying, I saw American Gladiators in Houston. That'd be cool. Steve is saying fiction, Louis is saying fiction, Jason is saying, I feel like I remember quite a few shows in the 90s doing shows in Walt Disney. There was a lot of shows done in the 90s at Walt Disney World. Lily's saying fiction. Andrew thinks it might be a fact. Mary's saying fiction. Teresa's fiction. And I think Orlando, but not Disney, Mary says. And Katie's saying fiction. It is actually 100% fiction. They were actually filmed at Universal Studios in Hollywood. It was a Universal production. So if they were going to do it anywhere in Florida, in a theme park, would be at Universal Studios.
Tricky.
So yeah. And not that they did it. They did do one in Orlando, but it wasn't at a theme park. It was Canadian Gladiators, not American Gladiators. All righty. You want to take a little
Canadian
break?
Gladiators are so much more polite, eh?
Yeah, they didn't hit you. They just kind of they talked to each other. They talked it out. You want to take a little break and do the detail?
Sure.
Okay. If I could find the there it is. This picture looks familiar.
Yeah.
For people that were watching from the beginning.
It's the Matterhorn.
The Matterhorn, right. So this is a really cool detail. I'm not sure if you know about this one, Holly, or not, or Jason. You go there all the time. But the Matterhorn is the tallest built structure at Disneyland. And because of Disney with their theming, you could see the Matterhorn from a lot of lands. So what they do is they disguise the Matterhorn. So you don't see it from Adventureland. You don't see it from the other lands. So what they do is they have these trees that block the view of the Matterhorn.
What?
And they call them Matterhorn trees. So if you look closely, you can see the Matterhorn in behind this tree. And this is taken from Adventureland. And here's another one where the Matterhorn is hidden behind this big tree.
I did not know that.
And here's another one.
I had seen like the first photo you showed, but I haven't seen these others. So
yeah, so here's the Matterhorn hidden in behind here. And so that's a great detail for sure.
Because they were so concerned about sight lines, about things like that. They didn't want to break the illusion of whatever part of the theme park that you're in. It's the same reason they have like the big berms around the whole park to block out the fact that you're in the middle of downtown California. But even from park to from
Dan,
land to
send
land,
me
they
those
didn't.
so I can post on our Instagram? That's really, I've never heard of that before.
Oh,
That
no,
is really
I
cool.
had seen that before, but yeah, it's an amazing detail. It's a wonderful thing that they have had in place from the very early days.
Yeah. Andrew's asking you, is it a real tree? I believe it is a real tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I believe it is a real tree. Yeah. Mary's saying she's heard this one before. Yeah, that's awesome. I thought that was awesome. I heard about this. I'm like, okay, this is awesome.
Yeah, that is a fantastic detail.
It really is.
I approve of this detail.
Yeah. So Jason's saying he's gonna look for it. Anyone else going to Disneyland Holly next time you go, look for it, because I kind of want to see more pictures.
Angles.
Sure.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and that is brought to you by MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. She does our hidden details, and it's fee free when you book through MEI. You don't pay MEI, Disney or Universal or the cruise line, whoever you're booking through. They pay them, so you don't pay anything extra.
One other thing, Becky is always on vacation, and not just Disney. She is literally everywhere. So if she was talking about some tea in San Francisco, if you want to do something that is not Disney, that is not a normal vacation and need some ideas, wow, I would like to pick her brain.
Yeah.
She even got to go to Skywalker Ranch recently.
Yeah.
Well, that was from that $5,000 drink that you bought on the Wish.
Uh-huh.
That was part of that. Yeah. So you get to go to that for free.
Yeah. Can we get her on the show so we can talk to her about that experience specifically?
We should. We really should. We should reach out to her and ask her to come on the show today, because I kind of want to know all about that as well. Okay. Fact or fiction? Roy Disney started out as a door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman and suggested that Walt follow his lead. Is that fact or is that fiction?
It feels like one of these things, it's going to be a trick. It's not a vacuum cleaner salesman, but the idea that he suggested Walt follow his lead, I'm going to guess, is 100% on point.
Yeah, he was probably like a butcher or something.
It's because Roy was very much the practical, the financial guy.
Right.
He would have totally told Walt, no, don't. This whole cartooning thing, that's not going to pay off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so everybody's votes are in. Caleb saying Becky Mankin is so lucky. Well, she does work hard, though.
Yeah.
It's
well, yeah. I mean, she's on vacation, but she is working hard on a lot of those vacations.
Right.
Oh, and the key thing too is if you book through MEI, let them know that we sent you. that's part. Yeah, it would be cool to get her on the show. I'd like to do that. Okay, so Cindy is saying fact, Lily is saying fiction, Mary is saying fact. I think Mary's got them all right so far, so we'll see. Andrew's saying fiction, Kevin is saying fiction, Jason is saying fiction, Caleb is saying it's a fact with 2 exclamation points. Cody, I'm not sure if he suggested Walt followed his lead. Steve is saying it's fiction. Oh, Steve and Mary don't agree this time. And Cody is saying, but I have been wrong of almost everything. So, and Mary is saying he moved to LA ahead of Walt. So that's why.
I'm pretty sure that is true. Yes.
Yeah. It is actually fact. There's a young Roy and young.
Was it like
Walt.
Kirby vacuums?
Probably. I think that was kind of the
Handy dandy Acme.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the standard.
I'm pretty sure it's the same Acme vacuums that Wile E. Coyote used for all of his teams.
That's exactly
a big
what
red canister with a huge silver.
Hello, sir or madam. Can I introduce you to this vacuum?
Steve is not with Mary.
Oh, he's in a different location.
I like their outfits here.
Yeah. There's that little S again. Walt Disney World Oh, in Walt Disney World, I guess I should say. Lucky the dinosaur, an 8-foot-tall green Segnosaurus, free-roaming
that?
audio animatronic figure used to make regular appearances in the, it should say park. Oh no, in Disney Animal Kingdom, DAK, DAC.
Okay.
Okay, so Lucky the dinosaur is an 8-foot green Stegosaurus free-roaming audio animatronic figure used to make regular appearances in Disney Animal Kingdom.
So
A
we're talking something
Stegosaurus?
like the Muppets Mobile Lab, that sort of free roaming figure where
I
mean,
would like.
there are people controlling it. It's not
it's not
100% autonomous, but.
And when did this? Well, I guess you can say when would this have taken place?
I would say this sort of thing would have been happening kind of early on, because I mean, the dinosaur attraction was built around the dinosaur movie, so it would probably be around that sort of time.
Yes.
So would it have been like Blue is in Universal right now?
I don't know what Blue is. Blue,
the Velociraptor from the Jurassic World movies.
Yeah. So
you're saying it's like a scary dinosaur?
No, like Blue's.
His name is Lucky.
Friendly. Blue's friendly.
Oh, okay.
And has a handler and is an animatronic, and well, maybe there's somebody in it. But
I think that one's a puppet.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying too. It's like because we've had things like this, like the Muppets.
Okay, I don't know if this is fact or fiction, but either way, they should bring it back. If it's like they should have this here.
I'm just saying, again, MythBuster style. It's at least plausible.
Okay, so Andrew is saying it's fact. Mary is saying it's fact.
Lily so it's a fact, and they should bring it back.
Yeah, Mary's saying it was with a handler and was short-lived. Jason's saying it's a fact. Steve is saying fiction. Kevin says no idea. He thinks it's fiction. Mary's saying I don't think it was a Stegosaurus. And Andrew's saying he was friendly. Cody's saying a fact because it was on 2 feet. I don't think it's a Stegosaurus because it was on 2 feet. So Mary, you can picture it in her head even. Caleb's saying it's a fact.
Well, I will say it's not Stegosaurus. It's Segnosaurus. I think Stan actually has it spelled correctly.
Oh,
believe it or not.
Wow,
that is a different.
I know.
Even I'm surprised. Andrew thinks it was like Kevin with a cast member inside, not a full animatronic type thing.
But a Segnosaurus is a dinosaur that the pictures that I'm looking at here is on 2 legs.
Wait, so Kevin doesn't have a cast member inside, or Kevin does have?
Kevin does have a cast member inside.
Okay, I've never seen Kevin yet.
Yeah, Kevin's like Big Bird, basically. Same type of idea.
Okay.
Okay, Mary's saying he had a cart even. Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
it's fact. This is not a person inside. This is a fully animatronic, free roaming dinosaur pulling a cart, and all the computer and the battery and everything is in the cart.
Oh, they need to bring this back out.
They totally need to bring this back out. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I love these. I love the idea of these things, and I want to see them. Whenever I hear about them, I'm like, why aren't they out all the time? I want to see these things.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And I think it went off to Hong Kong for a bit after it left Walt Disney.
Oh yeah, that's what Mary just
Oh yeah, here we go. Mary said the same thing. I just went to Hong Kong. The fact that Stan spelt it correctly threw him off.
Right?
We all thought it was incorrect.
Yeah, even I did. Denver, the last I don't know Denver, the last dinosaur. Do you guys?
No. It's a song though.
Okay.
No idea.
Mary said she read about it last week.
Oh,
that's what did I. That's what made me put it in here.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, how are we doing at time? Okay. Again with the small S. Walt Disney holds the record for the most Academy Awards.
So this is Denver, the Last Dinosaur.
Okay. Oh, is that from The Last Dinosaur?
Idea.
Caleb says it's an 80s animated show.
Okay.
So Walt Disney holds the record for the most Academy Awards.
Yes. Not
Sure.
Walt Disney Company, Walt Disney.
I would agree with that.
There's been a lot of people around since Walt Disney making movies. John Williams has
But
a
he
few.
also got like 8 of them just for Snow White.
Exactly.
That's true. So you guys are both saying fact?
Yeah.
Here's where you need those. That's where that E went. Good one, Andrew. That's where that E went.
Yeah,
that
so
I
you
had
had
on.
the year. No,
Yeah. I think after I made this, the little S's were appearing and the E's were bouncing around, visiting other slides. Okay, so Andrew says fact, Mary saying fact, Cindy saying fact, Lily saying fact, Kevin saying fact, Caleb saying fact, and Jason saying fact, and Holly saying fact, and Mission Commander is also saying fact. And why is my screen gone weird? There we go. And it is fact. Whoopsie. Walt Disney holds the record for the most individual Oscar wins, 22, and as well as the most nominations at 59. So pretty cool.
It doesn't seem like that many.
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Yeah. Mary saying Stan was drunk. Weird thing is I don't drink. I was probably tired. Is probably what it was.
He didn't have enough coffee.
Yeah. Actually, I did this right after I finished editing the show this week.
Oh, great.
Oh,
So
here I got an
that
extra
came
L.
about.
Oh, I don't. Okay. Until 1936, Disney was the only animator allowed to make color animated films. No other Disney studio was the only studio allowed to make color animated films until 1936. And then after that, other studios were allowed to.
Okay, I'm going to call this one fiction just off the back because it's not that others could not make color animated films. They couldn't make basically 3-color animated films. It was the new Technicolor process that Disney had locked up, but there was still an older sort of 2-color process that other studios could still use. So they could have color, but it wasn't as good of a color. It was a much a duller, less vibrant color. So it was kind of like this weird in between.
So they could use 2 colors. They used what, black and white? Those are the 2 colors they were allowed to use.
Okay, I like what Justin says. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, so I'm going to say this color animated makes it fiction because it is not that. It was a special color process, the whole Technicolor process, which was more of a 3-color process than the old 2-color process.
Right.
Which other
So the
animation studios could still use.
Okay. So Justin is saying fiction. Okay, Mary's saying fact. Kevin is saying fiction. Lily's saying fiction. Jason's saying fiction. Mary is saying the Technicolor contract.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying. Okay. Andrew's saying fact. I just watched something on this. Cindy is saying fiction, and Steve is saying fact. It's actually the Technicolor. Yeah. So Walt had a 2-year contract with Technicolor that gave him the exclusive filming rights to use the 3-color strip Technicolor system. No other studio could release a Technicolor film until 1936. So yeah, you were basically right.
Yeah,
that's exactly what you said.
Color, they could still use color, but they could only use the old 2-color, the 2-strip technique, not the 3-strip Technicolor system.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think the 2-color system was black and white though, wasn't it?
No, it still had some color.
It was red and black.
Well, but that's still a bit of color.
Yeah.
It's not strictly black and white.
Okay. And what is with the small S at the beginning of every one of
I
these
don't
slides?
know.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know where that
weird.
came
That's
from.
on you. That's not on us. I can't help you with that.
I have the exclusive rights to the small S at the beginning of every paragraph. That's going to be on live stream.
It'll be our trademark from now on. It's fine.
Okay. So Steve is saying, I will switch my answer due to Justin's explanation. I remember Walt Disney had a patent on something. Yeah. So Steve was saying it's fact. Yeah, it was it's basically fact, though.
Mhm.
Okay. Mickey Mouse has over 500 different outfits in his closet.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Is that fact or is that fiction?
Fact. Or maybe it's
I'm going with fact on that
499.
one. Just out of the gate. Just
Well,
like, yeah.
Okay, the answers are coming in. We'll let them catch up here.
And maybe this is too detailed, but like every year there's a new costume for Halloween and a new Christmas ensemble. Does that count? Like, are those two
I would say
new
so.
costumes every single year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So definitely.
Well,
yeah,
they're different. Like if he's a vampire one year and a Frankenstein the next year, that's two different costumes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Lily's saying fact, Caleb saying fact, Kevin is saying fact, Jason saying fact, Cindy saying fact, Mary saying fact, Andrew saying
We
fact,
can
maybe
afford it.
even more than 500.
Yeah.
Mary saying yes if they are new. Mary is saying Minnie has less. Cindy says he can afford it. So
Yeah.
he only has one pair of shoes and they're yellow though.
I know somebody that just had their wedding at Disneyland, and they had Mickey and Minnie come in, and Mickey had on a tuxedo and Minnie had on like a white ball gown. So that was something I've never seen before either. So
I've seen the Mickey tuxedo before.
I've never seen Minnie dressed like that before, ever.
Okay.
It was weird too, because it was like you could see her arms. Like,
oh yeah, that's always weird when you get all black.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah. It's actually fiction. Mickey Mouse has over 290 different outfits compared to Minnie, who has only 200.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? Maybe it's old news I was getting. Maybe there's more since then. We'll have to sit down and count them all. There's the Alaska one. There's the beach attire.
It's like there's so many from around
and
the
just
world,
think about
from
all the
around
after
from all
hours,
the years,
isn't it?
from all of the. I mean, there's.
And the after hours, like
Kevin is calling BS on this. You're the second person today to tell me BS. I think everybody in the store gets about. Andrew's saying, look it up. Well, what, you think I just made it up?
I'm pretty sure Stan already did his own research, but we can tell him again.
Well, maybe it was an old Google search or something.
I just feel like there has to be
somebody
more.
look it up now.
Maybe not.
Where's my?
I'm not sure where you would get a definitive count, honestly.
Right.
Hey Alexa, how many outfits does Mickey Mouse have?
And like, what about all the other parks?
Over the years, Mickey has worn 175 different outfits.
Well, there you go. Alexa says 175.
Wrong.
All right. Over 200 pairs of sunglasses are turned into lost and found each day at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true.
Yeah.
Andrew is saying maybe Canada search is different. Yeah, but that was in metrics. Metric outfits. Andrew's on fire today. Mary is saying Google doesn't agree. Many different answers. Okay, so Cindy is saying this is a fact, that there's over 200 pairs of sunglasses turned into lost and found each day at Walt Disney World.
I'm gonna go with fact on this one. I think sunglasses are one of those things that I'm easily 200.
Somebody out there is saying, half of those were mine.
Yeah. I wonder how many ears are turned in too.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be a lot. Wonder what's more.
I don't think it's more, but I think it's probably a pretty good number too.
Okay. All right. So Cindy saying fact, Andrew saying fact, Mary saying fact, Caleb is saying fiction! Exclamation point. That's not right. Lily is saying fact, and Kevin is saying fact. It's actually a fact.
Is that not insane?
That's insane.
Even if you got
heard
cheap
that
sunglasses
before.
at $10 a pair. But then a lot of people spend hundreds of dollars on their sunglasses.
Yeah. Jason
I
wants to know,
lost
are we talking
some last
metric
year.
sunglasses or Canadian or imperial numbers for sunglasses?
I left
Okay.
mine on a bus last year at Disney World.
At 5.7 million galleons, Epcot's
Million.
aquarium of the living seas is the largest aquarium in the U.S.
Million.
Oh. Million is what it's supposed to be.
Million.
Million galleons.
5.7 million.
This is so good.
Oh,
Mark
Mary's
Hurst
saying
was available to help you, Stan.
she lost his Ray-Bans. No,
um,
she was at work, I think, when I did this. So yeah.
it's a very large aquarium. I will give it that.
I
I mean,
read
it fits the
something about
entire
largest,
spaceship
though.
Earth could fit inside it, is what I'm told. Kevin is saying, have another one.
I mean, does someplace, I don't know, does someplace like SeaWorld have a bigger aquarium?
No.
SeaWorld
I'm
has
not
killer
sure on this
whales in
one.
theirs. They have killer whales in their aquariums in SeaWorld.
It just seems like there could definitely be a larger
I'm wondering about the
aquarium
Atlantis. I
space.
feel like that might be bigger, the Atlantis
Where's the Atlantis?
in the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
This is
yeah,
US
I
though.
don't know.
Oh, just kidding. I don't know.
I'm less convinced about this one. That's
I'm going to
what I'm gonna
say.
say.
I'll say fact.
Okay. Okay. So Cindy's saying fact, Andrew's saying fact, Mary's saying fact, Caleb is saying fiction. It's always fiction. Lily's saying fact, Kevin is saying fact. I might be reading the last ones. Caleb is saying, yeah, I'm reading the last ones. Okay, let's start over.
Yeah.
Caleb saying fact, Lily saying fact. Jason says, I think it's fiction. Fiction.
Mary
It's the
said
second
she's
largest.
thinking
Okay,
Mary
so
says.
obviously it's
Second
fiction.
largest.
Everyone's saying it's the second largest.
Fiction.
So
Mary says, I think it's in Georgia. Fiction, second largest. And Mary is saying, I said fiction. And Sherry Kennedy, welcome to the show, is saying fiction. Yeah, it's actually fiction. It's the second to Georgia Aquarium.
Wow.
Only 10 million.
okay, we need to go to Georgia.
Yeah. No kidding.
else is there to do there?
And I believe the
George
Georgia.
writing that down. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the third or the fifth largest in the world. The Georgia, or it might be second. I think Georgia might be second, and Epcot might be fifth in the world.
Wow.
Largest. There's
That's
one in
crazy.
China. That's even bigger. Oh, here we go. The largest in the world is in China. Massive 12.9 million gallon aquarium.
Wow.
Yeah.
They could use some of that room for like housing.
Do I have any more? Okay, yeah. Technology used to make the ghost in the Haunted Mansion is the same that makes the character swim in the Finding Nemo attraction. The same technology.
Technology.
Well,
There we go.
I mean,
Andrew has a good idea.
if
GCC road
so-
trip to the aquarium.
I'm going to say, if so, there is still a difference because we're talking analog versus digital.
Right.
But I can say the Haunted Mansion uses what's called the old was it the Pepper's Ghost effect? I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Which Finding Nemo attraction?
The one where it's a big blue world and they're swimming around and you can see the aquarium water behind them. Like they're swimming in the real aquarium, but there's seashells behind you. You're sitting in this big seashell in the living seas.
Okay, so
in Walt Disney World
Yeah.
still.
I have no idea.
It's a little different from the Disneyland attraction.
Yeah.
But yeah, the old Pepper's Ghost effect is basically
I would say it's a fact. If you're saying that They're just
So it's
swimming
basically the
around.
same. So I think
obviously
what
the
he's
one in
saying is that it
Disneyland-
could do the same effect.
Right.
It's just in the Haunted Mansion, there's like some actual mannequins and whatnot spinning around with lights on them, whereas this would be a more digital effect where it's like lights being beamed out probably by a projector.
Or a screen.
So it's going to be a little different, but could be similar. But I think we're talking digital versus analog.
I think Jason got it.
Can you really say the same?
Yeah, it's fiction. Haunted Mansion has actual ghosts, no effects used. They're legitimate happy haunts.
That's funny.
I'm going to go.
I don't know where we dropped off. Oh yeah, okay. So Sherry saying fact, Caleb saying fiction, Cindy saying fiction, Mary saying Pepper's ghost effect. It's a fact. Andrew saying fact, Lily saying fiction. Jason, yes, Walt Disney World. Kevin Neal saying fiction. My son gets kiwi crates, building activities for kids. The last one was the Pepper. That's cool, Cody. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's actually a fact. It is the Pepper's ghost effect. So there we go. Oh, okay. The Mercedes-Benz truck outside the Indy attraction in Disneyland was actually used in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I do not know the answer to this one.
It's a screen used prop.
That's a wonderful.
If you listen to our
trivia.
podcasts, Justin, you would know the answer.
I'm sorry. Do we have a podcast? I should listen to that sometime.
Yeah, you know what, Andrew? Spell check doesn't work well on my computer for some reason. I don't know why. I think it just gave up. I think it's just like, you know what? Go ahead, write whatever you want. I think
This is a fact.
Okay, so Holly's saying it's a fact.
Well, yeah. Well, now I'm thinking, did you switch the vehicles? Like,
Okay, so Lily is saying a fact. Jason's saying it sounds like a fact. Andrew's saying it's a fact. Caleb's saying it's a fact. Sherry's saying it's a fact. Kevin Neal says it's a fact. Mary says, Stan, you have a Mac I call BS. Cody says it's a fact. Honestly, I can't figure out how to use the spell check on my Mac. I can do it on my iPad and my phone, no problem. Cody's saying it's a fact. Cindy's saying it's a fact. Mary's saying fact. I can't fool anybody. Yeah, no, it's a fact. The truck is on loan to Disneyland and is owned by George Lucas himself, in fact.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it on an episode with facts or something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
And Andrew is asking the real questions here.
Yeah.
Where did
the little S go? Yeah, no
We're
kidding.
getting S's now.
And this little bar right here is actually what the stuntmen used during the filming, and there's a little golf ball on top, I guess, so that they don't slide off. Oops, so they don't slide off or whatever. So this is still part of what this from was used. And I also heard that it's not actually a Mercedes-Benz truck. It's a GMC made to look like a Mercedes-Benz truck, but I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what I heard. The first guest to buy a pickle at Disneyland receives a free first pick of the day button.
Fist pick.
What?
A fist pick of the day.
That's what they call it. That's
You need to get some sleep.
Oh, a fist pick. It's funny, I read it right. It's supposed to be first. It's supposed to be first pick of the day.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Stan needs some sleep. I think that's the real fact we need to take away from all of this.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. It's supposed to be first pick of the day, and as in pickle, first pickle of the day button.
This is a fact.
Yeah, Holly thinks it's a fact.
Oh my god. So funny.
Justin, what do you say?
Well, I'm gonna defer to Holly since she has more Disneyland experience than I do.
Okay.
Plus, she has a collection of a fist pick of the day button.
I don't want to be a punch at Disney. Okay. So where are we starting at here?
Probably after where did the little S go?
No, I think after I think we start with Cody. I should actually type in a thing so I know where we start at. Yeah, so I think it was Cody fact. Cindy saying fact, Mary saying fact. Oh, where did the little S go? Fiction? Really? Sherry thinks. Lily is saying it's fiction. Mary is saying it's fact. Cindy is saying why. Kevin is saying it's fact. I don't get this. I don't want to be Punch at Disney. Caleb, I'm not getting that. Andrew saying fact. Caleb is saying fact.
Fist pick. He doesn't want to get punched.
Oh, you get it. Okay, got it. Oh man, let's try it. I'm gonna go back to the beginning and try this whole thing again. Did I type this without speaking? Oh, did I type this up without speech talking me?
Steve's saying, did he type it? Or like, did you type it?
Oh, yeah.
Like Steve typing it without.
Yeah, I just use his voice. Yeah, I was upstairs yelling down at the Mac. And the Mac made these pictures for me. And this looks like Steve did Siri. Okay, it's fact. Actually, people rope drop to get the button. They race to get the first pickle of the day to get the free button.
And this is in Adventureland.
Yeah,
where they sell these, and you can rope drop and get the first pickle.
Is there like, do people like push each other and stuff? Like, how does that? Have you seen it?
No, but I need to.
Yeah, you need to do this, Jason. You need to do this. Leave the kids behind and give her, and get to the pickle stand in Adventureland.
So funny.
Man. Okay, so we're anywhere Mary says Wacos.
Mary's saying that because she doesn't get up before noon on Disney days. So to rope drop in general, you're a wacko.
Andrew's asking, does it work in Disney California Adventure Cars Land?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Jason says mission accepted. Sherry's saying everyone can go ahead for me on this one. I mean, you can get the button for free anywhere and just write on it yourself. Hey, I got the first pickle. Just don't run into the person that actually got it, because then they'll tell you off.
They'll give you a fist button.
Yeah. Oh man. What do you guys think? Was that fun?
Well, you made it even more entertaining. You're hitting S's.
Wow, look at that. We're over time.
We are over time.
Yeah. What is this TikTok Mary is saying here?
Oh, that explains the pickle drop.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll check Disney California Adventure because I want to get into Rogers. That show, I haven't seen anything, but I really have to watch that, I guess.
I watched it online because I think it's a 2-month limited run. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get there before it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm barely going to get, it's going to be, I'm blocked out until the 14th and it leaves like the next week. So I'm going to have to hustle to get in there.
Yeah. Crazy. Just what I do to get a pickle and rope drop. What would you do for a free pickle rope drop bar? I don't know. Okay, so Lily is saying this was a fun night.
Jason, when you go get your button, make sure you have them misspell it and put fist.
Fist pick.
Fist pickle of the day.
Pick of the day. Oh man. Yeah. This was a lot of fun, guys.
This was a lot of fun.
For joining us, guys.
Yeah, I was feeling kind of tired and down, and now I'm feeling a lot better.
Well, thank you to everyone who joined us in the chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was fun.
And people that are watching on YouTube, which I guess is Steve and Andrew, be sure to click the like button, because we like to be cool to see 2 likes on one of our shows.
2?
And if you're watching on Facebook, head on over to YouTube and click that like button on this show. Mary is saying I was missed. Oh, thanks, Mary. I only missed like 2 shows. Well, I missed we didn't do a show last week.
Yeah.
And then, we missed I missed the other one. I had to go see Indy. Find out if that car was in it. All right, everybody. Have yourself a great day. And if I could find it, I don't know where it is. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everyone.